Just do it!
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Welcome to another episode of Fanalyst. It's your boy Fanalyst.
And you already know this your boy Authentic.
Let's get straight to it. Man, let's talk about this second half of the NBA season after the All-Star break. How y'all feel? Who you got winning it all, man, with the season picking up now?
Golden State Warriors is still the clear favorite for me. It's hard to tell you that anybody in the West is going to beat Kevin Durant, Curry, Clay, and Green, when they're at their peak. It's hard to see anybody going against it. The only competition I see for them really is OKC, but at the end of the day, Golden State's going to take it once again.
I feel what you're saying, man. Yeah, definitely. Golden State's definitely the clear-cut favorite. Definitely intrigued to see what LeBron, with all the trades the Cavaliers made during the trade deadline, to see what they're going to do with the second half of the season. OKC, I'm definitely intrigued by them. I feel like they're definitely clicking at the right time. And, you know, also the Rockets are up there. And also, I just can't count out the Spurs, man. I mean, if Kawhi comes back healthy, then definitely I can see them making a run as well.
Didn't they say Kawhi shut himself down for the rest of the season?
There's some rumors to that. I don't know. Maybe. I think he's he's on his way out of San Antonio, which is kind of crazy. That's never been done in the history of a Greg Popovich career. So there's something going on in San Antonio that we just don't know about.
Let's hope he want to bring his talents to Miami. We want you, Kawhi. But, when it comes to the Spurs, I don't think the Spurs are going to be a contender in the West, like a major contender in the West, for another 2 to 3 years. It's going to be very difficult, but like I said, I feel like the West is just the Warriors West. That's what it might as well be called.
Yeah, that's how it's been for the last few years. But I'm definitely agree with you. But let's get see these little free agent buyouts. A lot of people on the free agency right now that can help a lot of teams. Joakim Noah's about to get bought out. Derrick Rose is still a free agent. Ilyasova's about to get bought out by the Hawks. Tony Allen. I'm looking at all those pieces. If I'm the Thunder, if I'm trying to beat the Warriors and make it to the finals, I'm probably going after all three of those guys, all four, really.
Yeah, when it comes to the Thunder, they do need a replacement for Roberson. They lost one of their key defenders, so Tony Allen would be a good pickup for the Thunder. He would get a lot of play time, and he would help OKC on the defensive end.
Yeah, definitely. But I know a lot of teams are looking at the rest of these free agents. Cleveland's definitely looking at Noah, so are the Warriors, to add that other body to play defense. Defense wins championships at the end of the day, and that's what Noah can bring.
I really wonder if Noah would actually go to Cleveland after all the trash he said about Cleveland during his feud with LeBron. That would be one of the funniest things to see.
Yeah, those were those funny moments when he used to play for Chicago, and he used to talk about how bad Cleveland was as a city. For him to be in a Cleveland jersey, it would just be bittersweet. But let's get real talk to the college area now. What's going on with all these scandals? Arizona coach had to sit out tonight, looming from the $100,000 payment he made to DeAndre Ayton, and now there's schools such as Kentucky on the list, USC's on the list. I hear Michigan State's back on the list, even with what they're going through, and even Duke's on the list. What can you say about that? Coach K giving out money? Oh, man.
This makes no sense. I just feel like it's competition. Everybody's trying to get the best of the best. And they're like, all right, if we got to give you a little check, we'll give you a check. I feel like the only way to stop these scandals is by simply paying the players. If you have a payment structure for players, they will be able to reduce all these scandals in college on basketball, even in football. That's just me thinking for both the student and for the program, because now a lot of these programs are gonna be defaced because of these allegations and these investigations with the FBI. It's sad and unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Yeah, definitely. How I feel about it, I don't know, man. I feel like the NCAA and the FBI is taking this a little too far in my eyes because you out here making some of the top programs out here making $100 million off these student athletes, top student athletes, and you are suspending them for hundreds of thousands of dollars, or even just the little, sometimes even just thousands of dollars that they may get from a person. I don't see the big deal. I feel like with everything else that's been going on, especially with the school shootings, I feel like the FBI should be doing more investigations on those instead of who's paying what student to come to another school.
I definitely agree, but the FBI only care about what really matters in their opinion. The less troublesome issues like the college funds and which students getting paid to go to which school. But it's the FBI.
Yeah, definitely. How you feel now with all these recent, of course, decommits from these big programs? Arizona just lost a top point guard. He's actually staying home, close to home, going to Villanova. And Shaq's son just decommitted today, and he's looking at USC, Cal, Baylor, Kansas State, LSU, and another school's on that list. I can't even remember, but those are the schools that are looking at him right now. Where do you think he should go?
Well, that's actually pretty crazy what's going on with all these decommits. But if I was Sharif, aka Shaq's son, I would go to. It's a good question for his abilities, decommitting from Arizona State. Based off of those choices, I think I'll go to USC.
Yeah, USC is also in one of those scandals, though, so I don't know. They might be getting hit soon, too. But if I was him, maybe a Cal, maybe UCLA, maybe even go to Arizona State. Go somewhere. Just don't go to LSU. It's too much pressure to go to LSU with your dad, what he did there.
Yeah, he rocked house at LSU.
He has a statue out there.
Exactly. That's hard to go up against. You can't go up against your father at LSU. One of the hardest things you'll ever try to accomplish. Trust me.
Yeah. But all right, man. Let's get to this NFL. How do you feel about this Marcus Peters trade? Who you think won? Did the Rams win, or did the Kansas City just gave up on him?
What did the Chiefs get? What trade? What round draft picks did they get?
I want to say a second. I know they reached for a first, but at the end of the day, they gave up a lockdown corner who's proven since his rookie year to be one of the top 5 best defensive backs in the game. Yeah, he gives up a lot of touchdowns, but he also makes a lot of plays on the defensive side.
Well, when it comes to the Rams, they won the trade due to the fact that they're going to get rid of Tremaine Johnson, who was a very expensive corner, and they got Marcus Peters still in his rookie contract. So they're going to have a top 10 corner for 2 years at a rookie base salary, and then that's when they can start thinking about making a money move to keep him for the long run. So I would have to say the Rams did their thing on this. What about you?
Yeah, definitely. Now with Marcus Peters there, it gives more time for Aaron Donald to rush that quarterback with Robert Quinn and those guys. And that's one person besides Ndamukong Suh I'm not trying to get sacked by.
Exactly. I do not want to break a bone or two from Aaron Donald because he is a beast.
Clearly.
He's a beast.
Standing at 6 feet, but motor is at 1,000. I mean, this man is crazy. But definitely, I feel like both teams won at the end of the day because Kendall Fuller, I mean, that last name Fuller is history right there. That's a whole family that continues to make it to the league.
An entire bloodline.
I know that mom is like, I ain't got nothing to worry about for the rest of my life. All 4 of my sons done made it to the league. Yeah, that's greatness right there. Fuller, I mean, he definitely was top 10 and not being thrown to in the NFL. So that just gives that even front 7 that the Kansas City got more time to rush the quarterbacks. And if Eric Berry comes back healthy, yeah, that defense is going to be a problem.
It will be a problem that we are all waiting to see with the new look Chiefs of next year.
Definitely. Now let's get to this NFL draft. A lot of movement been going on. A lot of quarterbacks being dropped. Jeff Rosen's dropped out of the top 10.
Which is ridiculous.
It's crazy. Still got on the Wyoming coach who I told you I'm high on as the number one pick. But the clear thing that's kind of getting to me is why they just so disrespectful to Lamar Jackson.
What did they do to Lamar Jackson?
I mean, they just feel like, I mean, of course, Bill Polian, he always got something to say about scrambling quarterbacks. He feels like Lamar Jackson should switch to the receiver that he's best suited there. But if you look at what he did in college, he was dominant. It's not his fault his defense couldn't hold up.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson is a certified quarterback for the NFL. All he needs to do is work on some simple QB mechanics, especially when it comes to his footing and his movement inside of the pocket. But when it comes to Lamar Jackson, he is destined to be a quarterback. For what team? We don't know yet. Hopefully he becomes a Cardinal. That would be a good move for Arizona, but you never know. Lamar Jackson does not need to do a position trade like prior athletic quarterbacks did before him. He needs to just stick in this position he's at and just continue to develop.
Exactly. It's kind of crazy how they said he's undersized, but he's 6'3", 225. I don't know how that's undersized.
Makes no sense, but hey, I guess he got to eat a little more veggies and meat.
Clearly. I mean, if we really think about his stats have increased every year since in college. So, I mean, he's the only quarterback to rush since probably Brad Smith of Missouri and Braxton Miller 1,000 yards each year they've been in college. So, how I feel about Lamar, just go to a team and you can sit and learn from. Right now, I'm letting people know, don't be surprised if New England tries to go for Lamar. It's 2 years sitting behind Brady, Belichick and Josh McDaniels as your head coach and offensive coordinator. We saw what Josh McDaniels did with Tebow. They won a playoff series. So if you go into playoff series with Tebow who can't throw, and now you got a more athletic Lamar Jackson who can throw and run faster than Tebow, look out, people. Lamar Jackson's the future of this NFL.
You will have a problem with Lamar Jackson under the Josh McDaniels offensive scheme is what Fanalyst is trying to say. But that is something that I do agree. However, it's just we just got to hope he lands in the right position just like Watson did. Hopefully things just go into his side. Got to hope.
Yeah, definitely got to hope. Well, all right, y'all. That's another episode of Fanalyst. I'm your boy, Fanalyst.
And you already know this your boy, Rothenic.
Y'all have a good night. Y'all tune in to my boy, Rothenic. Anime all day. Subscribe to his account.
Yes, sir. Once again, it's Rothenic1. Just give it a look out. We just recently have a video that hit over 800,000 views. So just check it out if you're into the dopest anime. You guys have a great one.